A recent study has shown that women over 60 who live alone live approximately 3 years longer than women who are married. I just made that up. I don't know if there's a study. I think that's just a lie. But I am going to talk about 7 reasons why women are happiest over 60 living alone. My name is Eva. This is Women Blazing Trails, and let's get started. Let's get right to this in true Eva fashion. I took notes because I will never remember any of this because I'm over 60. So, the first reason why women over 60 love living alone and are happiest is because we get to spend more time in solitude, which is where women really are the best. We love our alone time. We love our quiet time. We spend an awful lot of time, and this is regardless of your age, in self discovery, self reflection, um, self improvement in that space where we can work on improving who we are. Because for years and years, we are made to believe that we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, we're not pretty enough. So we have all these limiting beliefs that have been plugged into our brains for all these years. And when you get to 60, you realize that that's all just bullshit. And we can start working on our own self confidence, our self worth, our value, and all of that stuff. So we love being alone. It's just an amazing feeling. That's reason number one. Reason number two is that we have more time to spend pursuing our hobbies and our interests. And because of going back to reason number one, because we spent our entire lives, most of us, pleasing others, taking care of our family, doing everything else for others before we put before our own needs, right? So now that we're alone, we can, maybe you liked painting, or maybe you liked knitting or singing or gardening or whatever hobby or interest you had, traveling, I don't know. So now we can pursue those hobbies and interests. We have time to do that, and we don't have to ask anybody's permission. We don't have to make sure that somebody is taken care of first, because we realize now, after 60, that we're number one. And it took us an awful long time to realize that. Many women realize that sooner. Kudos to you girls if you did. But I know personally for myself, okay, that light is flashing and it's driving me crazy. Whew, shiny object syndrome. So I know that for me, I was a people pleaser and I made sure that everybody was happy, always making people happy and never taking care of myself. So once we hit a point, for me, it was 60 when I realized, hey, you know what? I am number one and I need to make myself happy and do things that make me happy. So that's what we do. And we feel like we can only do that when we're living alone. Reason number three, we don't have to argue with anybody. There's no stress of having a partner and having to worry about decisions and compromising and sacrificing and not watching, John wants to watch this on TV. I guess I'll go sit in the room and go watch that. It's none of that. There's no stress. You can just come and go as you please. It's just it's a more peaceful environment. Your home and your life is stressless and more peaceful. And yeah, it's really great. Number four, I love number four. We can have as many pets as we want. Cats, dogs, gerbils, guinea pigs, hamsters, whatever you want. We can have as many as we want, and we don't have to ask anybody if can we get another kitten? Can I get another dog? Just go get one. You just go get one. It doesn't matter. We don't have to ask. I think that's the most important because I'm sitting at two cats right now, and I think that I think I don't want to. I'm bordering on that quantity of being a crazy cat lady, and I don't want. I'm going to stay at two. I think two is a good number. We're going to stay there. But anyway, you can have as many pets as you want. You don't got to ask anybody's permission. Just go get them. Number five, you can come and go as you please. And this is super important because for myself, and I'm sure for other women, we've always had to ask permission. Can I go? Me and my friends are going here. Is that okay? I'll be back in an hour. I'll be back in 2 hours. I promise. None of that. You just come and go as you please. You want to go with your friends? You want to spend the night? You want to spend a week at your friends? We just can. And it's like, like a freedom there. I just like imagine like flowing ribbon. Ribbon is very beautiful and peaceful, and it's like, ooh, I feel that's kind of a funny analogy. Like I just feel like a flowy ribbon. You can just come and go and be beautiful. And yeah, that's great. That was a really weird analogy, actually. Number six, you can eat what you want when you want. So I have a very different eating schedule. I don't make breakfast until probably like I slightly do intermittent fasting. I'm not hardcore, but I try to push it as long as I can before I eat my first meal when I wake up. So, I eat the same breakfast every morning. I have for 10, 20 years, bacon and eggs every morning. That's my breakfast. So I don't, anyway, so we can eat what we want when we want. I've been guilty of having a bowl of shredded, what are they called? Mini wheats, sugar frosted mini wheats. I've had those for dinner. I've had pancakes for dinner. I've had bacon and eggs for dinner. Like we don't have to, what do you want for dinner? Do you want pork chops, honey? Do you want pasta, honey? You don't gotta just eat what you want when you want. You don't have to have dinner at 5. You can have dinner at 10 if you want. It's great. It's really great to cook for yourself. It is really great. Uh, the last reason, I think we're at number 7. I don't think I missed anything. The last reason, and I've the reason why I came up with this reason is because I've got a lot of emails and I hear a lot of women talking that there is a little bit of pressure or stress around intimacy and romance and all of that stuff. And some women don't want sex where the men do, and some women want sex where the men don't. So there's no balance there. There's like either we want it or we don't, right? And it's finding that sort of like, let's say you're a woman and you don't want sex and your husband's always asking you for sex and you feel like you need to perform just to please your husband, which is shitty. You shouldn't have to do that. And let's say you're a woman who always wants sex and your husband doesn't or can't perform. So you're left trying to please yourself. So when you're alone, you don't got to worry about that because, I mean, if you do want sex, we have toys. We have toys. And if you do want sex and you're single, you can just go get it. It's that easy because let me tell you, younger men love older women. So you can go and you can be a cougar, go and get LAID anywhere you want, anytime if you want, if that's what you want. And if you don't want sex, then you don't have to, there's no pressure about having to always, honey, I want to get laid more. And so, yeah, so that's a big one because I think that's a stressful area for a lot of people in a lot of relationships. So we don't got to worry about that anymore. We can just take care of ourselves or not. Anyway, those are my 7 reasons why women over 60 love living alone and why we are happier alone. I'm sure there are researches and studies that show that maybe we do live longer. I don't know. I think there might have been actually a study that says married women live longer. Who knows? It's anybody's guess. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to drop some links down below, so don't forget to check out the links down below. And I do upload every Sunday. And I come on here live every Wednesday. And I just talk about random stuff every Wednesday at 6 p.m. CST. So anyway, I'll catch y'all back here on the next video. Oh, wait, before we go, I want to know if you're a woman, in case I missed something, if you're a woman over 60 living alone, and in case I didn't nail it in these 7 reasons, please drop down below. What are your reasons why you love living alone and what makes you happiest about living alone? That's all I got. I'll catch y'all back here on the next video. Bye for now.